Okay, good.
Ready?
Ready.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Facebook Live. The sisters are in. Welcome back. Thank you for sending in your questions. If you did and we answer one of yours, you're going to get $50 off of a private coaching session. Okay. So, I'm Marnie Neer, if you don't know, expert coach at Handel Group, and this is my sister Lauren Zander, co-chairman and founder. Co-founder. Didn't want to come out again. Handel Group. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Ready, Lauren?
Yes.
All right. We had a little fight before, so if I look a little red, don't worry. I was caught being a bitch. Okay.
Yay.
All righty. And then, funny enough, the topic doesn't fit my mood. It's fun and adventure. Okay?
Yay.
Are you ready?
I am.
All right, we got a great question. I like this one, so thank you for sending it. Ready? Here is my question on the topic of fun. I really hope the sisters will answer it on Facebook Live. Okay. This is a 3-part question.
I hope you're watching this. You.
Where do you begin? Okay, where do you begin if you picture yourself having fun by going out all night to a beautiful place and dancing your heart out with a group of friends that you love and can be yourself with, but the reality of your current situation is that you, one, can't stay awake all night to save your life. Your bedtime is 10:30.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
the truth?
She has 3 truths about her. But
That one just needs caffeine. Works every time. I'm not even kidding. You have a double espresso at about 9 p.m. or 8:30, like when you're like, right? I can stay up till 2 in the morning if I double espresso. I swear to God, right? So there really is coffee. What do you mean? Caffeine rocks that scene. What else we got?
All right, number 2. Have friends you love, but many of them have kids and need to plan nights out months in advance, and even then they are at the mercy of a cranky kid forcing them to feel too guilty to go out, and they cancel last minute.
Okay, ready? You really book a night and a hotel room, and everybody takes the night, like you really go out a quarter, and you go, I'm gonna book a hotel room. We're all staying here. You literally make the plans and no one's canceling because you're all sleeping in the city or you're sleeping somewhere fun and everyone gets permission and you all get on a call and you make sure you plan like a really fun night for everyone. It's not just like, even if you plan, because if you don't plan like a bunch of things, like no one's missing, Bruce Springsteen on Broadway and then a hotel room, right? It's not true that people can't plan and show up. It just has to be that good. So I'm sorry to inform you, your plans are not designed to be that good yet. Make your plans better. Book the night. Get the game on. Get everybody in. Make sure everybody picked the restaurant. Make sure everyone's like, so excited. And do one a quarter. Really. Okay? Everyone needs a night off and everyone can leave the kids with the husband. And trust me, they're running into the city or wherever your city is if you make it cool enough.
It's good. You can also try bribing your children. Kids are the greatest excuses as a person that could easily stay at home, but kids are always, when they were little, they're going to have a cold. They're never going to want you to go out unless there's a prize at the end of it for them. So I think I think then reward system really works. Or a consequence for your friends that are the flake outers isn't a bad idea too. That if all of a sudden your flake outers that have cranky kids at home lose their wine at night if they cancel, or how about if they lose their wine for a month? If they cancel again, they won't care that their kid is crying. They really will go for their wine, possibly more than your party.
Or you could even make it easier, just make them throw, we're doing it, you're promising you're being there, you're not using your normal excuses, okay, I need a consequence is what Marnie's saying, I need a consequence, they can invent any consequence, $500, we won't miss you, we'll be happy to use your money, right, so it needs to literally be something that they're laughing at too, and then all the girls are rallying that can't happen for everyone, because everyone knows that we all flake out. Right? So flakes know they're flakes and they need a consequence is what Marnie's saying, and she's dead on. And then the gang of you 5 girls or 4 girls have to know you can flake and then put in a consequence and make that deal from the get-go. So it's really fun not to cancel, right? It's funny. And then it's even funny if they cancel. They bought the caviar.
All right, cool. And number 3, here's her other one. You are still learning how to let your freak flag fly. And you know that when you get on the dance floor, you're going to be the person out there with the whitest white girl moves that don't exactly show you in your most flattering light.
Aww. What's the question in that one?
It's like, how do you go out, have fun if you know,
you're a goofball?
You're a goofball on the dance floor.
I still get made fun of for how I dance. I don't think I've ever had a time where I don't get made fun of for how I dance. So this one really is, freak flags have to be, are uncomfortable. And not caring is a skill. I literally wear feathers in my hair 5 years now because I was embarrassed by them the first time I had them in my hair. And I was like, I deserve these. Literally, I deserve them till I don't care what people think because I cared what people think. And so, I don't care anymore. I'm free, right? So learning how to fly your freak flag, what do you call it? Not at half, what do you call it?
Not at half mast.
Not at half mast. That's literally, I think, the point of being alive, right? It's one of the most exciting points of being alive is know your freak flag and fly it high, right? Because you're never going to be comfortable. And that's how you get comfortable is by flying it. So girl, go dancing, right? Like literally make a video, right? And send it out, like kill it, right? Like go over the other edge, right? I dare you to not care by understanding you're always going to look like a goof on the dance floor. Like, yay, goofs on the dance floor. I think I'm considered one. Weather's great.
It's only the people that are so self-conscious dancing that have the minute you have fun, you love watching people have fun. So I don't think fun of your dancing. I think you're having a blast.
Yeah, I definitely look like I'm having fun. But and then the other thing is, I know this is really hard to believe. Start to think about all the people, and even if you notice how they dance, you're like, who? Yeah, you're so in your own head, so thinking about you should notice you haven't even noticed anybody else's dance moves ever. Like maybe there's like the epic dancer, like we can all call out the rock and roll killer dancer, and then everybody else is in some other pile. It's called nobody gives a shit, right? You can't give a shit. Do you care? Right? So the funniest thing about humans is that we're so self-centered and we don't notice anybody else, right? And then you really think they have time to notice you or they care about you? You really think that, huh? Yeah, that's called self-centered. Nobody gives a shit about how you dance, honey, right? I don't care about how anybody else dances, right? It's like, is anyone looking at me, right? It's the funniest part about the freak flag, right? Is nobody actually really cares. Except you. What about that part?
That's true. True. And
Right?
then always watch your own judgmental self, because a lot of times people that are so worried about what other people think, it's because you're so mean in your head to other people.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're assuming that they're equally as evil.
Yeah.
And maybe they are, but maybe they're not, right? Maybe it's just you.
And just so you know, did you hear Marnie gave me a compliment about dancing? Do you think I'm going to remember that? No, I'm going to be like, what? I'm so goofy, right? While I'm dancing, right? Right? I'm only going to remember the self-conscious part. That is being in your freak flag, right? Freak flags are self-conscious and they're wrong. And so just fucking fly them. Everybody's fly needs to fly theirs. So go first. Don't worry. No one is actually watching. They're all in their own heads. I think that's the funniest moral to the story.
It's true. No one cares.
Yeah, just like you don't care. Have you noticed, right? You're like, who cares?
All right, cool. All right. Next question. All right. What if I don't have a lot of money to spend on a fun and adventure dream or goal for 2019? What are your budget recommendations for how to plan a rocking adventure dream without a lot of money? My goal really is to be able to go on a week trip to Europe, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
God, I been through this a lot. First of all, there's lots of fun answers, okay? First answer, pick the week you're going. Like actually, and pick it far enough out and believe it, right? Like, so if you're like, I'm going to Europe, okay, I can't imagine that I'm going this year, but I can imagine I'm going in 18 months, okay? Cross the week out. Like the first thing you do in life is you commit like a crazy person with no evidence it's possible. But you make it far enough out that you actually can deal with it, okay? So now cross out your week and tell everyone you know, I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I'm going. I'm going to go. Okay, cool. Got that? So first, commit. Okay. Then you need to go, how do you get the cheapest flights? How do you get, then you start to figure out what's the cheapest way to make that magic happen, okay? What you're gonna find out is if you book your tickets early, if you do this, if you hunt for that, like you're just wrong, right? Like how much money do you need to go to Europe for a week? $1,500? Honestly, right? You got friends who got friends, you can stay places, you just need to be able to eat, you can eat. Like holy shit, it is not that expensive. Buying that ticket, you even have a best friend who owes you a favor who will give you their miles. Like by the time you're done, like making magic happen, you could find out you could be there in 6 months.
House swap.
There is so much fun to be had. So mostly what I find is humans they're either a brat or what was that other word?
Some poultry.
A poultry. Oh right, it was chicken. Right?
Yes.
Turkeys. We believe in turkeys.
It's a big chicken.
Very big chicken.
Turkey's a different distinction.
We won't go there. That's complicated. So you're being a chicken. So first give the big long date, then commit, take the days off, deal with it, and then start to figure out how to like make your dream come true and start to figure out that your dream can come true really cheaply. Okay? And committing first is really the real breakthrough. And then I had this other thing that was really interesting. One of my clients told me that they decided to see what would happen if every time they had a $5 bill, they put they couldn't spend fives. And they wanted to see how much money they ultimately saved if they just took their fives always out of their wallet and put it into savings. And he had $1,700 by the end of the year. Okay, you need tens, okay, if you want to go sooner, but you could do fives, you could do, people really don't understand how much we're moving through money and how much how much Starbucks is
I was just going to say a latte.
Literally screw the latte and pay for your adventures, right? Somewhere you're blowing dumb money that's $6 a day, but if you took that $6 a day, you'd be on your adventure in no time. I'm not right about this. I am 100% certain. It's more than right. What do you think?
I think it's awesome.
Whee! Adventures!
There you go. Have fun.
Right?
I'm terrible at having fun. I even have a promise to have fun daily, and it's not exactly happening. Either I forget about it totally, or I retroactively remember something that happened, and I'm like, I guess that'll count. Help. I want to be more fun in 2019 and have it each day. What should I do?
Okay. First, you need to define what fun is, right? Everyone needs their own definition of what fun is because you're we don't know what you're measuring. I don't know if you had it or you didn't have it. You don't know if you had it or didn't have it. So that's like saying, I want to be healthy. Was I healthy today?
Sure.
I kind of, what did I do? Wait a minute.
Healthy.
No, you need a definition of what's healthy so that you can be healthy today, right? Healthy is 3 meals a day, no sugar, no fried food, right? What's healthy, okay? And then you know if you did it or if you didn't. So fun is really also definable by you. So the first thing you need to do is define fun. So then you can measure if you had it, okay? And then after you've defined it and made it clear, you definitely need a consequence, okay? For sure. for sure that they're like a funny consequence, okay? Which is do something bold and crazy, like, you know, my favorite one to make someone who wants fun have to deal with fun. Ready? You're gonna growl. Open mic. Don't worry, I didn't say make anything up. You could just read someone else's poem. 2 minutes. Right? Don't worry, it doesn't even have to be long. Just get online. Go to any open mic. You could leave even your town. There's a place you can go. You're like, no one will know you. You could drive an hour and a half. And trust me, all of a sudden you're going to follow the definition of fun and you're never getting on the open mic. And now you know how to have fun. So the right consequence combined with the definition, combined with how would you know you had it that day so you can measure whether you had fun, all of a sudden you'd be having fun. Right? So when you keep something vague, like healthy, fun, you're really not doing it. Make it something actionable and that you can do, and you defined it yourself, and then put a handout consequence in so you can really measure that you're paying attention to the very thing you say you want in your life. And you'll start having fun.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. So it's why we always have to be specific about any promises, because left to our own devices, we're going to be a bit sleazy, right? We're just going to keep it really vague. I'm going to be nicer today, right? I'm going to be healthier. I'm going to exercise more. None of that is countable.
I'm going to be nicer to my kid. I'm going to be better
I'm
parent.
going to be less bitchy.
I'm going to be better to my husband. Was I better today?
I'm going to be nicer to my children.
If you say I'm going to massage my husband's feet and make sure I make a dinner and acknowledge him for 2 things that I really loved about him today, then you can check the little boxes and they're deep and
it's
profound.
worse, it's like massage for 10 minutes, right? It's like you can't even say massage because my sleeves will immediately go, yeah, I did it! You know? Or I do it badly and then he fires me, which is my method.
Actually, that's Joel's method, our father.
You just do it crappy. Where's the window? Just do it crappy and you'll get fired is my kid's method and clearly mine too. So make sure it's really just what Lauren said. I've also had clients actually write down a whole list of what's possibly fun and put it in a jar and pull one every day so you don't even have a freaking choice. Because really, again, see sleazy, don't leave yourself a choice or an option because emergencies will show up at work, all that. Have the universe or whatever you believe in pick your fun for you and have them be ridiculous, right? So it's a blowjob, it's like whatever. Like go, be excited that it was, phew, it was that one today. I only have to sing in the car. Okay, so specific is the way to go with those, because if you leave it vague, you're not going to do it. And then most people that leave it vague are the feel-badders that really like to stay in gray and uncertain whether they kept their promise or not, and they could constantly feel guilty. Don't do it.
And if this sounds horrifying to you, then you might want to face a different truth, which is you don't want to be fun.
Is that fine?
Is that fine? That they don't want to be fun?
Yeah.
You just won't have any fun, right? You just won't, and then that's fine. It's called a free flag. You're cold as ice, and you're staying cold.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
I'm sure if you asked your friends or your spouse or partner or kids like what a fun act would be, they'd have a lot of opinions and probably have
they'd fill the jar. They'd be like, mommy does this, daddy does, whatever, whoever you are, like literally a fun jar. You could call everyone you know and go, tell me something you wish I did that was fun. That's for 10 minutes or less. Right? It doesn't even take a long time. Right? And then you fill your jar, like Marnie said, fill a jar, and then pull one out every day. It's only a 10-minute act of fun. If that horrifies you, then you probably don't want to do that.
And the key is also go public with that promise. Like let people know you have to do a fun, let your kids know, let your partner know, because you need a policeman. All right, we're done today. We did it. Thank you so much. Come back next time. Send in your questions. And if you want to find out more about coaching, ask anything and speak to a human. In the comments box will be a link, and click that and you'll get to speak to a human about coaching. All right, thank you.